I wanted to talk quickly about, well, two things really: work-life balance and strengths and weaknesses. I've got a problem with the word weaknesses because it gives a connotation that there's something that we're lacking or something else. So it puts us on a negative step already from the get-go. I prefer the word area for development, room for improvement, whatever. And when you think about it, you know, we have a tendency to do the things that we're good at, and we kind of, you know, there's a lot of talk about doubling down on our strengths or tripling down on our strengths and going after that. But equally, the thing about our weaknesses, if we can at least give them a little bit of attention or an area of a little bit of individual focus and work towards improving them slightly, then at least, you know, at least to a point where they don't hurt us anymore, then that gives us an overall holistic confidence in our all-round sort of being, in regardless of whatever it is we're trying to achieve. It's that little bit of attention. And it's the same with balance. I think work-life balance has got, you know, been smashed to death over the last decade or so. But balance means something different for different people. So it doesn't necessarily mean you need to have 50% here and 50% there, 50% in work, 50% in relationships, say. It means, and it is variable. It depends on what's happening at different times. So I think we need to, it's not really about, for me, it's not about sort of work-life balance or time management. It's about attention management, you know, and what we're putting our attention to. And it's the same as in working on the weaknesses or areas of development. It's at what point do we look at those types of things that we know that need a little bit more attention? You know, what we do with our clients is that we get them to look at that every week. So you may have, I don't know, career, health, nutrition, relationships, travel, mindset, whatever it is. And then depending on what week it is, you can literally see what percentage that you've got spare for yourself, and what does that feedback give you. But you need to do that on a weekly basis. Otherwise, you're just kind of shooting in the dark. Really, you don't really have that awareness, and before you know it, you may have a bit of a gripe from a family member or a loved one because you haven't seen them, or you've had a bad week nutritionally. So it's about focusing on the whole and realizing where your attention is on a sort of week-to-week basis, day-to-day basis. So there's no real surprises then, you know. So you have that awareness of going through, and you be able to kind of live more completely and more fully. So I think it's more about attention and areas of development. There's no such thing as for me, no such thing as weaknesses as such. They're just areas for development, and balance is very unique and specific to the individual.